Ready? Play.
Murray with the first probe from the baseline. He stands about 10 feet back of the baseline for the first serve and then comes all the way and puts his toes on the baseline for the second.
Both of these players at the high end of the intelligence meter. I mean, these guys are such thinkers on the court. Really map out the game plan, go with the flow, and they're just going right into the best part of their career. And the best part for professional tennis players, 25, 26, 20, I mean, right in there, when the physical and mental parts intersect, when you can still physically do what mentally you demand it to do. And then you get in your late 20s, early 30s, and your body says, I don't think so.
Murray will have the first break point of the match.
Thank you.
Talk about that big serve, how critical that was going to be in this match. 124 gets the point.
How about he serves 124. Serena just got done serving 122.
Another 124. This time Murray handles it. And Al, you really pointed out, Murray clearly tactically is moving his position around on the return side all over the place. I mean, he is not giving Djokovic an easy target, a predictable target.
So a break of serve to begin the match.
First game.
What'd you guess? The stadium is pretty split.
Andy Murray.
I'll go with that.
Right, probably.
Yeah, I would say you're going to have your elements of your supports. You heard the singers for, I think they're going for Andy Murray. I can't tell between the Djokovic and Murray fanatics. But for the most part, I mean, this crowd is excited for just this matchup.
Oh. 15 off.
Now you know this. Normally after the first match, the crowd kind of goes and gets something to drink, something to eat. Not this time. They were all back if they even went. They did not want to miss a moment of this.
Tell you, Luke, this crowd, they know how to cheer. This is the crowd that was outside by the fountains for the Nishikori match. Great shot by Djokovic. And when match point was played, they roared like they were in the stadium.
Oh, didn't move his feet on that. That return was just kind of put back with a little depth, a little height. And Murray just didn't set up with enough small adjustment steps to take care of that high ball. Talk about the forehand. Let's really circle that one. That's a stat you want to really watch. If he can really connect, if Andy Murray can connect with these forehands, whether it's inside out like that last one or the inside in from the middle of the court, it's going to really give him an edge here. That Djokovic cannot just put the return back in play and expect to start a rally. He'll start on the defense.
This crowd also knows how to groan.
There are 22,000 people here. I'm sure have hit this double fault before. Grabbing his shoulder. Well, we're going to see how version 2.0 for Andy Murray is going to hold up, because now he is up against one of his main rivals, if not the rival. There's Amelie Mauresmo, his coach. Started out at Wimbledon this year.
Yes.
It's good.
Advantage, Murray.
you can hear all those squeaks. Every one of those squeaks is a small step to prepare for each shot. So measured with his length, so measured with his placement.
On enlève Beza. Voilà what's going on.
These are always the strange ones.
Stops
in the middle of a point.
Advantage, Djokovic.
It's the second time when Djokovic has break point that Murray's come up with a big serve. So he wanted to learn from Ivan Lendl how to win the big matches. Mission accomplished. What do you think?
She played very similar to what Andy plays like. A lot of change of pace, a lot of variety. Play the game, they don't hit the game.
That didn't sound right coming off. This is more of a drag.
Yeah, well, he shanked that one for sure. I mean, the conditions are absolutely perfect. There's no wind down there.
Can he come up with another big serve in this spot? So there is no consolidation.
One game on.
Clearly a move and counter move. There's Boris Becker on the far right, Djokovic's coach. What Murray's trying to do off the backhand, really slice the ball nice and low to force Djokovic to come off his world-class two-hand backhand drive and force him to slice back. Djokovic counters with the slice down the line, making Murray go down to dig out a forehand low on a skidding ball, and he misses it. The difference there is that forehand, the ball was up. Serve was 90 miles an hour, and Murray had a little bit of leverage. Boy, he's going to that shoulder. We saw him on the second serve when he double faulted. When he first had, I think, a game point on his serve, and he went to it, hits this forehand. Kind of shrugs it off a little bit. Have you seen that?
I have. And he's not wincing. He's just touching it.
Yep. It's kind of shaking it off again, shaking out the cobwebs. Remember, count these forehands. The impact forehands that Andy Murray has in these scenarios. When it's up and he's able to drive through the court. We've seen some down the line, this one cross court. I've just been so impressed with his composure when things aren't going well. And then he's able to really recover his game. Wow. Murray guesses on this side, gets over, and bam. Hammers it down the line for a winner.
Break point, Murray.
Yes.
So just like Murray, when he faced a break point, Djokovic came up with a big one. Djokovic holds to take a 2-1 lead, just getting started in New York.
Murray's outplayed him. Djokovic has had the mental toughness to hang in there, and now he finds himself with a 2-1 lead.
Fifteen.
20 shots. Had some long ones.
Hey, buckle up. We're in for a long match. One big weapon that Murray's hasn't really produced right now is his first serve percentage is down to 47%. Djokovic is at 69%, exactly where you need to be. Anything over 65% is a solid percentage.
Here's now a huge opportunity for Novak Djokovic. 2 break points. Neither player has fared well when they've gone to their second serve. For Murray, it's only 2 points won out of 10. Djokovic, 1 of 5. So considering your scenario that Murray could have conceivably been up 3-love, how's he feeling trailing 3-1?
Yeah, I mean, opportunity just slips through his fingers, and now Djokovic clearly, look at that confidence. Just look at that look. Yes, the fire you want to see in a competitor. And just like that, Murray now is clearly on the defensive. Djokovic with the lead can play with a little bit more freedom, a little bit more aggression. His first ace of the match.
Murray spinning around all sorts of ways at that point.
That's you.
Again, second serve is a major problem for both players, but especially for Djokovic.
It's weird because Djokovic, it's more of the speed thing. He hasn't hit any double faults, but he's putting like parachutes on the ball that's slowing the thing. He's got the air brakes on it. Murray's just double faulting. I mean, he's just hit these random double faults. You're not telling me that the all-court game is back. How many players have we seen through this tournament use that play? Little cut, not too much speed on it, but allows them to get this high reply. Why does he do it? Because Murray's standing so far back, and he's predicting, Djokovic is predicting that Murray's going to throw up a high return for depth, and you can sneak in and get a high volley.
Deuce.
You want to be a smart tennis player, a thinking tennis player. Use all the elements of the game. You don't have to be labeled a serve and volleyer, but you want to be labeled an all-court tennis player.
It's a huge point. Djokovic holds. Good.
Now, Al, if you're Andy Murray, you've got to stop the momentum. You came out with a really good game plan. You had some looks. You didn't take advantage of it. and now your opponent has this 4-1 lead and is really feeling it. Look at this, right on the line. And really a defensive, just kind of a block. Check this out, line to line, baseline to baseline. Murray's got to regroup. I mean, he's kind of lost, especially that low forehand there. This is another transition shot that he just kind of misplays.
Like 14 unforced errors in 5 games.
He's not moving his feet, really flat-footed right now when he's moving into that part of the court. Murray's got to get kind of mad dog need right now. He's got to get fired up, show some emotion, even if it's just letting out a little of the volcano, a little of the anger. But he has got to energize his machine right now.
Second ace for Murray. Well, he had to hold this serve, and he did.
Djokovic leads for game to 2 for set.
Now, Andy's kind of done his part to keep himself relevant in this set. He's only down a break, and one of his strengths is the return to serve side, and he's done some damage on the Djokovic second serve.
He's actually smiling.
I've never seen that before. In a match, have you ever seen him in a match
That's
do
why
that?
I said it.
2.0.
How does that point evolve? Does Djokovic see him take the step and know that he's going to vacate?
It's so much of it depends on the time he has, Djokovic has, to kind of set up for that shot. If it was floating a little bit higher, he would have more time to kind of watch Andy. Andy kind of sprints and takes a calculated timing guess, and the timing is, when is Djokovic going to hit the ball?
Times Djokovic put it right on the line.
Boom, boom, Boris Becker likes that. And anytime Djokovic can just start unleashing some of those ground strokes deep into the corners, placement is king here. Here's a big point. Djokovic either gets a 5-2 lead or Murray stays relevant now. Try to break back. You saw this from Murray, second game of the match, having a game point to go up 2-love.
Golfing great Tom Watson. A lot of celebrities here tonight.
Advantage, Murray.
I was surprised Murray was able to get to that ball, and I was surprised Djokovic hit it wide. Big chance for Andy Murray here. And Murray takes advantage. That error puts us back on serve.
They both had their mini runs and their mini meltdowns. First Murray, and now Djokovic is going through it. And what you're kind of looking for both players is that jewel, that part of your game that can separate you from your opponent to get this first set.
You know, there was a point, Luke, in that earlier part of this set where if Andy Murray exploded a little bit, you wouldn't have been surprised. But he didn't. He smiled, and after he smiled, some good things happened to him.
Absolutely. I will always say this, and this is great for juniors. Your game will follow your attitude. If you got a great attitude, your game will follow it and lift up and produce better tennis. You got a bad attitude, I mean, honestly, it's going to sink your battleship. And I think that's one thing that Amalie Mauresmo has really brought that I can see to the Andy Murray game plan, more of a mental and emotional makeover.
$15-13.
I have to get used to seeing these guys at the net. this mean that bell bottoms are going to come back too?
We were looking for that jewel, that gem. And Andy Murray loves his drop shot. From behind the baseline, both players in a defensive position, and then Andy Murray goes to the little cat and mouse play.
They really have all the shots, don't they?
There isn't anything they can't do. They possess every little wrinkle that you want as a tennis player. Physical fitness, mental toughness, I mean, at the highest standard.
Murray, a big spot, gets a big serve. And it's all tied at 4.
4 games all.
I'm really enjoying this Andy Murray version. I mean, where he's real positive with himself. He gets out of that game. Ever since he's smiled, I mean, his game has just been delightful. Lets out a roar. You know, here we go. It's 4-all.
Love 15.
Oh, Djokovic unforced errors are on the rise. Just once, if I were Djokovic and I saw Murray so far back, I'd do a little plop lop about 2 feet over the net.
A little underhand.
Serve,
yeah. Little Michael Chang against Wendell back at the French. That historic shot. How big is this second serve? Murray's crushed a number of these second serves. Djokovic has got to be thinking about it.
slugfest. And think of how important this is. If Murray can do this, he'll be serving for the set. 22 shots, the longest rally of the match. I mean, Djokovic was within a whisker of going up 5-1.
Thank you. White, please. Thank you.
With all the momentum, hit everything going for him.
That's how you win championships. Special moments, you have to, and you can, if you're at this level, reach back and find something extra, just something a little bit more.
Thank you.
Hit it wide. What a show.
Jannik, Djokovic. Quiet, please. Thank you.
That was something.
Thank you. Thank you. Please.
You asked earlier, who's the crowd for? Is it 50-50? They're here for this tennis at such a high level. I mean, both players going to the crowd, not necessarily for them, but for what they're dishing out, what they're giving to this crowd, what they're giving to the game.
Djokovic unleashes
on the left baseline.
second ace. Let's see if it was legit. It was legit.
Djokovic. Murray has one challenge.
Murray with the error and Djokovic with the wild, impressive, exciting hold. It's pretty neat when you think of it. Both men have had one of the greatest moments of their lives right where they're standing.
I think it's before. 15 off. 15 all.
It's a great looking shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remind to be quiet during the serve, during the point. Just express yourself between the points.
This is just the first set now. We still have a lot more after that. I mean, this is awesome. Closing in on 1 hour of play.
That had a little extra, didn't it?
It's just both of these elite athletes are an example when talent and toughness come together and they produce this unbelievable quality of play.
5 all.
Djokovic can hit a well-placed serve that's 118 miles an hour. Get so many replies like that to open up his second shot for the put away.
Oh, he got through.
If Murray comes back and breaks, let's highlight this forehand passing shot. Look at how he accelerates to the right, flicks his wrist, and almost falls in the process. This could be nothing or it could be something depending on the next couple of moments.
make me run, I'll make you run.
40-30.
Djokovic showing his backhand drop shot, but hung up just a little too high. And the best thing to do sometimes is a drop shot off of the drop shot. It's getting interesting right now.
Djokovic holds, and now Murray will have to do the same. It's 6-5 and a great first set. Felt like it was going to be a tiebreaker many times in the first set, and that's still what it feels like. Murray to force that and make it happen.
Love 15.
Let's see if they show this replay with Djokovic completely off balance, like he's on roller skates on this forehand. No, it doesn't look like it, but it is phenomenal how he's able to hit these shots from different positions, completely off balance.
The crowd starts roaring the moment they see Murray go to the net. And then the crescendo is when the ball hits. It's very exciting to be here.
First service. 30 all.
The drop shots, the drop volleys are really not working for both players right now. It's better to just take a solid shot deep into the corner.
Djokovic is shining the corner on the right far side. Ball was going in.
And it was in.
40-30.
Here we go.
Murray. 6 games all, first set, tiebreak. Both players receive one additional shot.
Remember, Murray's had a par year. Hasn't played up to his standard, the 9th seed here. Sorry about that. It's the 8th seed. Sorry about that.
a little misleading, their records. You know, 9-9 for Murray, 11-8 for Djokovic. For a player to get these guys to a tiebreaker, they've got to be one of the good players.
Now this is the first to 7 to win by 2.
1-0, Djokovic.
All of this play is really led up to this sprint, where who can really enforce and just dominate with their game. But it's weird whenever you see a player kind of catch that toss in these situations. It's a nervous thing. I mean, there's the double fault, and it wasn't even close to pro standards. He had this problem earlier in the set, and it went away. Now it's back. He's got to put more topspin on this second serve. Topspin will bring the ball back down into the box.
3-0.
He's got some serious trouble here. Today, Kei Nishikori was down in a 4th set tiebreaker. Love 4. He didn't win it, but he came back to tie it.
Djokovic.
Well, Murray really needs to make a run here, starting with this point, a quality return and a quality long rally. Too many short points. See how aggressive that is? Again, a nice, solid rally ball where he's pushing Djokovic side to side. This keeps Murray within punching range for Djokovic. Djokovic gets up 5-0. That's a deep hole to dig out of.
Djokovic.
$5-1 doesn't sound that great either.
No. A little bit more desperation for Andy Murray. But again, 5-1, have a good point right here. Got another point on your serve. You hold here. 5-2 down. Even if you come away with a split, you're just trying to crawl your way back into this thing. Outside of really
6-1.
1 point, Djokovic has been the better player in this tiebreaker. He's the one who's really taken his game just up another gear.
And that's it. The first set is done. And it's a very one-sided tiebreaker. Djokovic 7, Murray 6. Well, if we didn't see the volcano erupt after that collapse in the tiebreaker.
He's a new guy.
I think so.
I am really impressed with the entire body of work emotionally.
Sinon. Thirty 50.
That's the kind of service game he needed to make himself feel better as the second set begins.
Now the stats are going to really show the little differences. 17 to 14, Djokovic winners to unforced errors, whereas Murray was 2 on the negative column, 22 unforced errors, 20 winners. Net points 1. Not really an edge there, but really you look at the up and down play really at the very end where Murray never really showed up in the tiebreaker. Murray has an edge there, but he only got around 50% of his serves in, his first serves in. And that weapon, that serve of Murray's is too big of a shot to be misfiring like that. He needs it badly here against Djokovic.
15. That's it off.
Both players start with very solid service games.
1 game over.
sixth ace for Murray.
15 off.
Nice return from Djokovic.
We'll give him that one.
Well, I mean, he just said he destroyed it. You know, he destroyed the return. He just hammered the serve. Only 68 miles an hour. And really, I don't think the little chatter isn't as bad as the the huge emotional swings that it used to have. Yeah, he's chirping a little bit.
Second serve.
Ooh, this is an error-filled game for Murray. Eventually cost him his serve.
New balls, please.
So now Djokovic has something to take advantage of.
Second set, about 1 set off.
Well, that was a positive return and just couldn't get it to pay off with the volley.
Empire State Building on the left. Those two towers on the right are near Times Square. Momentum Djokovic right now, right?
Oh, easily. Easily. You got a set in the bag. You have 2-1, 40-15. You can just sense Murray's not just fighting Djokovic out there, battling Djokovic, but battling kind of this, what he used to be emotionally to what he's trying to be in a positive way.
So Djokovic does some consolidation and leads 3-1. Follow the US Open at usopen.org or go to the usopenshop.org and see what's going on in terms of US Open merchandise in 2014.
I got a hoodie and a half, 2014. Looking good.
Is that the souvenir of choice?
Yep. I promise you will not be disappointed. Check it out. Are you a hoodie guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the player pack that all the players get is a gift certificate to, you know, the merchandise and stuff, and a couple $100. And you see these players, like, you know, after they're done at the tournament, that's their last, like, thing to do. They've, you know, spent the money and gotten the money. Now they're going to get their gift down at the merchandising tent.
Djokovic serving 3-2. Up a break. Murray trying to change things up a little bit. Force Djokovic wide. Now the door may not be open, but it is slightly ajar.
This is where Djokovic would love to get some free action off the first serve. Just the difference with him, you know, compared to like a Roger Federer, the, you know, great Pete Sampras, or Boris Becker who's in the crowd. Boy, they could just go to that big bomber. Example, Novak's fastest first serve has been 124. Murray's fastest serve has been 134.
Now Djokovic.
He is all over his box right now.
Yeah, that was a really bad shot they hit.
Yeah, yeah. It's not necessarily, you know, he's just venting to his box.
3 break points. Both players are ticked off now.
Well, Murray has always been more of a defensive player than Djokovic, and sometimes he gets a little too defensive. That's just a great shot. I mean, that's just no out of, listen. No, please don't go in.
Still break point. Good. Back on serve.
3 games on.
The times that Djokovic has let up on his game, it's been when he was up a break and then Murray just evened it up. The times Murray has kind of gone off away from his game, critical times like the tiebreaker in the first set where he lost it 7-1. Boy, these momentum swings from both players, they're so evident. Djokovic is now just invisible. I mean, the guy has just gone away.
Djokovic on the left service line. I don't see anything in the game.
You got it right. Some amazing returns by Murray.
Yeah, I don't understand, what does he want? I mean, this is quality defense. He's right there in time, so he's kind of barking up the wrong tree. Just has to get Djokovic moving before Djokovic. See, now he's going to negative town. I mean, right away. Collapsing. That just, everything, anytime he loses a point, he's getting down on himself. And again, you can see his game reflect that.
I think he's got to reboot 2.0.
Right.
Wow, was that long?
Is that nervous toss thing? Remember last time he did that, he double faulted.
Djokovic can break right back. .133. Unleash that one. Djokovic regains the momentum as it switches again. The breakup 4-3. what his groin goes through on a play like that.
15 off.
Boy, Murray had to be pretty sure that ball was going to be in. The second set not nearly as good as the first, right?
It's similar because they've had their up and their back and forth break back.
But I mean the entertaining points.
Oh no, absolutely. It's really the quality's gone down. I think maybe the back end of that first set leading up to the tiebreaker maybe took it out of them a little bit because it was a poor tiebreaker, and they really haven't regained those long, extended rallies. Boy, to watch Boris in the box now, how intense he is. Look at those eyes. You got Michael Chang going banana town in the box for Nishikori today. He was, I don't know if he ended up playing that match, but he had a seniors, a legends match scheduled.
Really?
So I don't know if he played it, but he was scheduled and they had to wait for that Nishikori match to finish.
Oh, Djokovic now. Double faults to double break point, which would allow Murray right back in this.
The ground Murray had to cover just to get to that drop volley was just phenomenal. He was stuck deep in the corner to his backhand side. He comes out of the, look at that.
How does he get that over the net?
Unbelievable. Just slaps at it.
Still break point.
Oh, come on. Pascal gave Djokovic a time violation. It's not disrupting play. In such a big moment, the umpire kind of getting involved in what both players are trying to accomplish.
To Djokovic's credit, zero reaction.
Love it. Well, the umpire probably told him, hey, I'm telling you right now, this is kind of an unofficial. Speed it up a little bit. They're looking at this, look at that, 3 for 11. Murray's had his chances, a bunch of them.
Crowd loving that.
Djokovic
Fog
just
and soul.
put on the run. And whoever takes control of these points, and this is Djokovic not liking it, not so much. Look at the intensity of the coaches, like they're playing. It's awesome.
4 all.
Djokovic e Jannik on the right hand side, polo mascolino. 15 off. Djokovic out 1 challenge remaining.
Djokovic slamming balls, shrugging his shoulders. Well, there's no shortage of passion with these two players, that's for sure.
Thank you.
That's why it's so interesting. I mean, they're so invested into this match.
Second serve, so important again.
69 miles an hour. I mean, there is no excuse for that, especially when you have the scoring advantage up 30-15. Put something into it. Just massages it in there in the middle of the box. That is just going to be just chewed up.
30 all. Turned on the turbo boost.
Players winning these ground stroke rallies are the players that are taking the chances, getting outside their comfort zone and taking control of the points. Can't hope the other side's going to miss and give it to you. You have to take charge. Be bold.
Dialed it up again. Murray holds.
Murray leads
5-4, down a set. Novak Djokovic to serve.
Thank you.
4-5.
30 love. Yeah, okay. Go on. Very challenge goal on the right center service line.
We've got a challenge from Murray. It's good. Third ace for Djokovic.
123 miles an hour. Really nice rhythm. 122. Djokovic pulls even with a nice, quick service game.
5 games old.
Boy, this is really where the rubber meets the road. Djokovic with that set in his pocket can take a few more chances and really start putting and leaning the pressure on Murray. And Murray's in survival mode at 5-all moving forward.
We've got some jets flying overhead. That'll up the edges. 40 love. You can hear the "Let's go, Andy, let's go" chants here at Arthur Ashe. Their hero is up 6-5, but down a set. Love. Murray, the tiebreak in the first set was a nightmare. Djokovic won that 7 points to 1. If you had to, could you say which player is better?
Boy, they just, as far as just tonight, who's better right now or who's just better?
I don't mean in this match today. I mean just...
I think Djokovic is better. I truly believe he kind of keeps his blinders on, doesn't get as distracted as much. The series reflects that. He's up 12-8 in professional tennis, all time in the 20 meetings.
It is set point for Murray. I don't know if we're going to see it. But after the serve, Djokovic actually went down to the ground. And Murray's return hit right at him, and really with a lot of speed. And somehow Djokovic got up and returned it. But he's got a little issue right now.
The aggressor under pressure, the aggressor comes to play. 112-mile-an-hour serve.
Yes.
Gets the opportunity and moves forward, forcing Murray to hit a tough defensive shot.
Djokovic has not lost a set yet in this US Open. Deuce.
Two key points in a row. Who's moving forward? Djokovic. Under pressure, under duress. You still want to be looking for your opportunities.
Well, they're leaving it all out there. Back to deuce. What a struggle. Both players just understanding how huge this moment is. Back to deuce. time Djokovic took a little off the first serve. Worked out. So now for a second consecutive set, we'll play to 7, win by 2.
Boy, Murray has a lot to think about right now. How he changes what happened in the first set where he lost 7-1, played only one quality point. He has got to really pick up his aggression right now. Big serving, big second shot. The force from the forehand. And there's the forehand volley to clean things up.
Thank you.
And now Djokovic has something to think about.
3-0.
Key is this Murray still maintain that aggressive mindset that he started out this tiebreaker with. Murray. Critical moments now for Djokovic. He's got to make his run now, his move now. And sitting on that second serve, 84 miles an hour, but right into the forehand wheelhouse of Djokovic, who rips it down the line.
Murray.
It's amazing that it can be such a mirror to the other one.
And it all started with Murray in this second tiebreaker being so assertive with his game. Just the first point kind of set the tone. Just gave that away, an emotional meltdown. Really the first in Djokovic. He just tapped out on the point and just went for a massive backhand down the line.
So now both men have experienced the feeling of losing a tiebreak, 7-1. Third set coming up.
Third set, best of 5 sets.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, players are ready. Any seat from now. Thank you.
After 2 hours and 15 minutes, we are closing in on midnight Eastern time here in New York City. Novak Djokovic, the number 1 seed, Andy Murray, the number 8 seed. Both men have won this tournament before.
Djokovic with the first strike in the third set, holding serve.
Murray really upped his first serve percentage. 4 aces, 0 double faults, but boy, he pulled away in that tiebreaker. Everything flipped. 12 winners, 11 unforced errors for Murray. 12 winners, 16 unforced errors. And what I was really concerned with, and Boris Becker, the coach of Djokovic, has got to be concerned with the way Djokovic just kind of tanked the last couple of shots in that tiebreaker. And I know he was down and it was bleak, but real, and not that, I just don't understand that. There's no, listen, if the guy's gonna win the set, make him earn it. Don't just mentally just tap out and get into the third set. So my thing, Al, is why doesn't Djokovic play that kind of point late in the tiebreaker in the second set? And if Murray wins it, he earns it, instead of just, you know, just slapping at a ball and just going for broke.
I have no answers for you, Master Luke. It is insane, the balls that these two guys get to.
And how they turn a defensive situation into an offensive situation. Watch Murray here, deep in the corner, and pow.
It's good. Game over.
Just thumps this thing, boom, picks it right up off the ground, elevates off the ground himself.
So right now, Murray's got the mojo.
Now, why would you change rackets if you just hit that shot?
I have no answers.
Yoda
Master
Al.
Luke.
Yoda Al. Murray just served with new balls.
Had a lot of rallies like that one. I think the longest was 29 hits.
15. Furious.
Djokovic holds. Andy Murray tells his box he's furious, and it's 2-1. Murray back to serve. On serve in the third set. There's a lot of movement in the crowd. A lot of people made a move at the end of the second set. Now they're trying to get back.
Well, it's going to get a little crazy because isn't midnight when they start letting the people get down to the lower bowl?
That's the tradition. Djokovic may be onto something here. Love 30.
Boy, has Murray unleashed that forehand a number of times throughout this match.
15-13.
Boy, just that tiebreaker. Just think about that first point in the second set tiebreaker. A couple of these magnificent forehands, especially cross court, with a lot of racket head speed, torque.
Sorry, it's not our ball.
Actually broke the ball. He hit it so hard.
That one's always going to be tricky because you're running out of distance to work with. So you have to add a little bit more topspin to get it to come back down compared to baseline to baseline. You can generate a little bit more power and strength to get the ball through the court.
Break points, Djokovic. Djokovic. So this momentum is fleeting. Follow the U.S. Open at usopen.org. Check out their Facebook page and their Twitter account. Player highlights, scores, information, schedules, souvenirs.
Look over Murray. If you're a junior player, this is how you attack and destroy a second serve. A 98-mile-an-hour second serve deep, almost on that service line. How about Milos Raonic watching this tape of returning?
Good.
Circle that shot. That's a 4-1 lead. He puts that ball in the court. Now he's giving Murray a little bit of hope, like he did in the first set, like he did in the second set. He was up a break early in both of those sets and allowed his opponent to come back. That's a look and a half.
Why then?
He just felt it. I mean, it's 27 rallies, 27 balls into this thing. He just wants to go for a winner. He feels it's up in the strike zone. That is going to hurt if you smash your racket into your quad.
That was some return.
So Murray do it off the forehand side. This time Djokovic pulls a rabbit out of his head on the backhand side.
And Djokovic holds up a break, 4-1. Well past midnight in New York City. Al Trautwig and Luke Jensen locked up in what's going to be a long one. And it is a long one already.
Well, you and I are on the same page with this. You're telling me if this was a best of 3-set match, how the intensity right now?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
It'd be unbelievable how that last game would really, and I get the classic traditional argument, but the winner of this match is going to walk away having to recover from whenever we finish this.
Well, a lot of people have left.
Yeah. Well, the second serves from both players have really been below par on placement. Frustration out on the ball with that forehand.
That was pretty quick.
Djokovic dodged a bullet the last time he served. And he's let Murray back into both the first and second set. Does he do it here in the third? And the lack of the big power serve for Djokovic is really evident right now. When you need that, you know, that easy point, that freebie, that unreturnable, that ace, it's just not there. Even a guy like Nadal who doesn't have a heater, has that left-hand swinger. That lefty has such an advantage, not many of them out there. It's tough to prepare for that spin.
Side, por what's going on.
It was out.
13.
So 15-30. So Djokovic holds to take a very tidy 5-2 lead here in the third. It's one set apiece at the Open. Andy Murray to serve in a 3-game hole here in the third. The first set tie break was all Djokovic. The second set tie break was all Murray. As is often the case, these two separated tonight by very little. That's good.
15 off.
Just like that, Djokovic has a break point, and he hasn't had to do much. And in the match, Djokovic has won 71% of the break points he's had. So set point here. Second serve for set point. Djokovic gets another chance.
And this is key because if he breaks here, wins the set, he starts out serving for the fourth. Biggest shot in tennis is the serve. Starts out every point.
And that's exactly what happens. Murray started off great, then lost his edge, and now we head to a fourth set here at the Open.
Last time they played on this court, Andy Murray won in 2012, the final. 7-6, that was 12-10 in the breaker. 7-5, 2-6, 3-6, 6-2. Now after 2 hours and 52 minutes, it's Novak Djokovic with a 2-1 lead, serving 30 love, first game, fourth set. And now each set has gotten shorter. 73 minutes in the first set, 60 minutes in the second, 36 in the third. And we're just kicking off here in the fourth, just 4 minutes into it.
Well, if you look back at the recent matches, that's happened a lot, like in the US Open from 2 years ago. 7-6, 7-5, 2-6, 3-6, 6-2. He's out.
30.
And Stiller in the house tonight.
Yes.
Murray uncorks that usually dependable forehand way out.
And you start looking at poor shot selection, and that's a good example. How much does Murray really have left kind of in the tank? Minor back surgery before going into the season. And here are your stats for set 3. Djokovic really picking up his game. You're looking for more winners than errors. On Murray, it's 10 winners to 14 errors. clearly no big break points converted, 0 for 2. Djokovic kind of tightening up his game. It looks like Murray is not walking with a lot of confidence and freedom. Look how gingerly he is moving. He's not even hitting the serve now. The first serve, 87 miles an hour. And now it's getting bad for him. He is barely moving to the ball. Look at this serve. He cannot arch his back to get the leverage he needs. See how kind of straight up? 87 on the last serve, 107 from a guy whose fastest serve was 134. Now he's trying to keep the point short, just kind of ripping shots.
That's enough.
Murray's coach, Amelie Mauresmo.
Gutting it out.
40-15.
I'm surprised he hasn't called the trainer. You go up to the chair umpire and say, hey, on this next changeover, let's bring the trainer out just to see and evaluate what I got going. Even to loosen it up a little bit.
40-30.
Djokovic absolutely knows what's going on from looking at body language, look at the way that Murray is moving. And it's so important for Djokovic not to come off of his strategy, but to execute his strategy, which is to move the ball side to side. You work some slices in there, that balls that will stay low.
Advantage, Murray.
3 hours. Oh, did that ball have spin on it?
Yes. New ball
Murray
is
survives
Smith.
that critical game just to get himself on the board, but why he's not calling for a trainer just to stretch him out after this next game is beyond me, because it's clearly, if you've ever had a stiff back where it locks up on you, you can really see that you walk exactly like that. You can't take longer strides.
Well, he just bent down and seemed to be okay.
15 off.
Djokovic got lucky there.
30 love.
Didn't play that slice forehand with enough depth. I think he wanted a drop shot at first, and he saw Murray starting to close in, and he changed his mind.
That didn't look right.
And now Murray kind of goes into his Monfils mode, where he just kind of surrenders some return points to try to and hopefully that back loosens up.
Yeah, Djokovic.
And he just concentrates on holding serve.
Well, we'll keep an eye on
Djokovic leads 2-1.
his look during the changeover. 2-1. Andy Murray still walking like not everything is okay.
And Murray doing exactly what you're supposed to do when you are limited with mobility. Hit out, keep the points extremely short. Play on your own terms. You've got to make sure that your opponent is limited with what they could do offensively. Why he hasn't called a trainer, I don't get it. This has been evident for the last 2 games easily, maybe 3. Came off of that changeover. On the other side, he just was not walking with a lot of freedom, confidence.
You cannot compare the way this match looks right now to the first set. Not even close.
Murray's just kind of hanging around. And it's so frustrating when you're the healthy player and you're just like, come on, man, let's just, if I could just somehow move this guy just a little bit. Thing is, don't complain if you don't call the trainer. You know, if you're not going to try to get some type of medical attention on this. There's clearly a situation going on. Djokovic can't believe it. Well, he's just guiding it because he's getting just hit at. Murray's just hammering every shot that's on his racket.
Flurry of unforced errors allows Murray to hold.
2 games all, 4th set.
Don't forget to check out what they have at the usopenshop.org. Follow the Open via Twitter or Facebook, usopenshop.org.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enough.
Djokovic is doing exactly what he needs to do. Just be ruthless. Just continue to keep the pressure on.
Off.
I think he just called for the trainer. No bad back on this shot.
Yeah, but he got up on it as a kick. See how the ball came up to him? What you want to do if you're Djokovic, you want to put that ball either a little bit closer into his body or make him stretch. And you're also probing to see what side is a little bit more delicate. And obviously on the forehand.
Yes.
Forehand side seems to be okay as long as the ball is up in the strike zone. That's why Djokovic has got to be really careful right now. It's 2-all, deuce. makes the dynamics change so much when one player gets injured and is still out there swinging away, fighting, and playing kind of hit and miss, go for broke. And for Djokovic, you just fight getting too tentative.
So Djokovic holds.
Djokovic leads.
3-2, fourth set.
Fourth set. Back to set one.
We see as soon as he comes up from that, sitting in that chair, 89 miles an hour on his first serve.
Enough.
Too much air under that drop shot.
But look at all the movement he had to go through just to get there. He's back deep behind the baseline, has to change kind of directions a little bit. That's a well-played shot. Look at that, just carries it.
40 love.
What was that serve, Luke?
90 miles an hour, doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah, all right.
Well, Djokovic did nothing to take advantage of that.
I'm telling you, it's a lot tougher than it seems. I mean, you can see the frustration, and he knows he's got this guy wounded on the other side.
Enough. That's enough. Enough. Djokovic leads
4-3 Djokovic, and out comes the trainer. Murray is -15 in the winners' errors matchup. Well, this is a service game if you're Djokovic. You try and attack if you have the opportunity.
It's just Djokovic cannot seem to have the feel.
The unforced errors by Djokovic the last two Murray serving games is hard to fathom. Is it possible, Luke, he thinks it's somehow unethical to attack the wounded man's serve?
No, no, not at all. Not at all. But by pulling off his game, Djokovic has allowed Murray kind of free rein to dictate from the baseline when he's serving.
Yeah, Murray. 4 games all, 4 sets.
I hate to say this to you, Al, but I'll tell you, Murray's just dangerous enough to send this to a 5th. And we may match the...
Oh, don't. I mean, this is a different player when he's serving.
I know.
50 enough. That's enough. Enough.
Steps up into it. See how early he took that ball to get it cross court?
So Djokovic holds, meaning he's 4 points from the match. On serve, 12 minutes after 1 a.m. in the morning in New York. Andy Murray serving 4-5. He's had a balky back or something like that in the last few games.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please. There's not much I can do here, unfortunately. White, please. Sure. He's way out. Round 13.
Double match point for an 8th consecutive trip to the US Open semifinals.
Thank you. White, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. White, please.
So at 1:16 in the morning, Novak Djokovic, they really let it all hang out in the first 2 sets.
An outstanding first set, and then it kind of died a little bit in the second, and then clearly in the third, and then in the fourth, and Djokovic showing once again his toughness, his grit, his game.